Alright guys, we're gonna talk about the JohnnyFPV LUT Pack that came out. Guys, for those of you wondering, the quad giveaway is very soon on Patreon. Only 3 more patrons need to sign up before this bad boy gets given away to one of you guys. It's ready to go. I just flew it this week. It's a great quad. I'll put the link to the Patreon in the bio. Check it out. If you don't know what LUTs are, they are basically, hard to talk and do things. They're basically filters for Premiere or whatever software you're using, but they're not quite filters because they actually interact with the colors and shadows of your clips. So then one of them may change red hues to yellowish hues or green to blue and bring down shadows, bring up exposure, stuff like that. So we'll get into that in a little bit, but basically this is a sample clip that comes with the LUT Pack. And I guess the best way to start off is just to throw a couple LUTs on it and show you what they do. So I talked to Johnny a little bit about this, and he said that this instant folder here is basically for GoPro footage. So each folder within it has, like, you know, different exposure settings, and if we just throw a random one on, boom, that looks pretty good, wouldn't you say? I mean, just for one click before and after, that looks really good. Let's try another one. Instant, let's go to Mirage. A little bit more orange in there. Yeah. So let's just throw a couple more on in case you want to see what the LUTs look like. Instant, origin, boom. Let's go here. It's a little too bright. There you go. So turn it up, turn it down. And that's just kind of a one-click approach to it. So now I'm going to show you my first experimentation with these LUTs was yesterday. Now I've had these for a couple days. I've been messing with them, and before this I've had really no experience with color grading or anything. The only time I had ever color graded was for that video where I tried to fly like Willie and Drib, so I color graded it kind of like how they would. I'll put that clip somewhere. But here we go. So this is a clip that I shot yesterday and color graded last night. So on the left you'll see the before. Wasn't very sunny. There's not too many. Doesn't look very good. It's a very flat, little bit greenish clip. So this is after using the filter but also doing a lot of color grading and editing. Let's see it. Okay, so as you can see, there's a huge difference. How much of a difference was due to the LUT from Johnny? Let us do that right now. So I'm gonna basically turn off all the stuff I did to the base clip. Then I'm gonna take these 2 adjustment layers out of the way. This one was basically making up for that exposure when I first came out of the bridge. So I dropped the highlights here, otherwise it would look like even worse. And this is the bad thing about putting your shutter on auto. Coming from a dark spot to a light spot, it'll do that to you. So I just tried to make it, it's never going to be perfect unless, you know, you spend hours and hours, but I just tried to do some basic stuff to make it better. So the LUT is on here. Let's get to a normal part of the clip and let's turn off everything else that I've done. All right, turn that off and turn off basic correction. Let's go back to creative. So this is the LUT. This is before the LUT. Looks pretty similar to the left, and then with the LUT. So I picked one that kind of turns everything to Mars colors. Makes the water really black, makes the greens turn to reds, as you can see on the sides of the water. And I like this one on another clip too because of what it does to the sky. But that's basically what it does. So this is obviously a little too much. So I came in and I tried to get some of those greens back. Yeah, so here I guess was the cooling. Yep, and I also shifted to green a little bit. Put the highlight editing back in place, and then this one was the final touches, I'm assuming. And slide that in. So before that, after that, brightened it up a little bit, saturated a bit, some contrast. And really the only color grading I did would be here, boosting some of the whites and some hue stuff, some blue stuff. And again, I have no idea what this stuff is. I just kind of click and drag things until I like the way it looks. And there it is. And obviously this clip is not the full, what do you call it? It's not the full resolution. It's trying to buffer some stuff in. Here's a full clip. Okay, so there you have it. I'm sure I'll throw a before and after side by side in here. So is the LUT Pack worth it? For me it was. I know $140 is very expensive, but I would have never done this without some sort of inspiration. So buying that pack gave me a reason to go in and learn and watch a couple tutorials and actually open these tabs that I would never have opened before. So if you're looking for a one-click wonder way to fix everything, maybe this could work. At the beginning you saw that it kind of did some things, you know, but I think that a lot of LUTs would do that for you if you wanted to. There's even free LUTs. There's a whole row of LUTs here. I like this one. I use it a lot, the ultra soft, but I've never had a clip that has looked drastically so much different. So for me, it's a learning experience and 100% worth it. If you want to have something that's future proof, like if you take your videos seriously later, this is great because of all the conversions that it comes with and all those more detailed folders that I haven't even dove into yet. It's got Mac and Windows, by the way, also. So it also has a short tutorial. I haven't even gotten into this Sandscape folder, which is the bonus folder, I believe, that came with the Pro version. So yeah, I mean, just the basic version would be great too. I don't know how much it was, $90 or $100, but if you can afford it, why not? You know, support the homie, support FPV, and get yourself into a different lane. To each his own, basically, is where we end up at the end of every video. For some people, this is a perfect thing. For other people, they have zero interest in this type of product at all. But for those of you who are interested, it's a bit pricey, but take a look at it. See you on the next one.